Hello, I'm Mr. Fix-It from ESRepair. In this video I'm going to show you how to replace a wall light switch. Many cases it's normal if the bulb goes out, but after you replace the bulb and the light still does not come on, one, either the bulb is a bad bulb that you put in, or the light switch, in this case, is bad. So I'm going to show you how to check the light switch. Now when you flip the light switch, as you can see, nothing's coming on in the background. The light switch has a new bulb in it. It started flickering the other day, so the owners wanted me to check it out for them, see what the problem is, and I've discovered that the light switch is bad. They told me that you can hear a little crackling noise when you flip the switch, so it sounds like the switch is bad. Now I'm going to show you exactly what to do to replace these light switches. Okay, one of the first things I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the cover off. Most of these you have to have a flat screwdriver. So let me go ahead and just take this off. Now one of the two things you can use is either a test meter, or you can use one of these. These are AC detectors. They won't tell you what the voltage is, but they will tell you if the house current is present. All you have to do is just stick it next to the hot, and as you can see, it says that it's hot. Now this up here says that it's not, but this one here says it is. So, when you flip the switch, you should hear a noise at the top, but you don't. You hear it up here at the top, at the bottom, but not at the top. So that would indicate that this switch is bad. So what we need to do is we need to remove the power, and we have to go to the breaker and turn the power off. Now that the power is off, I want to double check and make sure that the power is off. As you can hear, it's not on. There's no power. That means now it is safe, and I can now remove the switch. Once the screws are removed from the switch, now you can pull it out. There we go. Now as you can see, they do have different wirings. This one here, as you can see, is set for the primary. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to remove the wires and attach my new switch. Now that I got the switch out, what I want to do is you may have some of these switches here that have them in the back end and not the screws. So what you'll do is just take a small screwdriver, a flat screwdriver. You're going to see these little notches here. You can just push in it. Sometimes it don't always want to work. Like this one here. Like that, and you can remove the wire. Like so. Release it, and there you go. Now, if necessary, you can also take these screws out, because you got the ground wire here. I want to use a Phillips. Take the ground wire off. Now on this side here, move my tester out of the way. Now with some of these wirings, you want to make sure you keep them separate so you'll know which one's which. Like so. Now I can put my new switch in. This one here I've got separate because this is going to the light. This is the physical ground, and these two are the primary. These are the live wires. These have two because the switch was using to branch off the main line to another switch. So what I'm going to do here now is go ahead and get my other switch ready and start putting the circuit back together. Pardon the interruption. I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It from ESRepair. I wanted to let you know that if you like our video, please check our channel for more videos that we have. We also have two options if you want to help us support our channel. You can donate a minimum of $1 on our channel, or if you'd like, you can get a paid subscription or monthly or annual subscription and be able to watch all of our new videos that comes online before anyone else does. I want to thank you in advance for any donations that you can provide, and thank you for watching our videos. Now I'm ready to insert the new switch. Here you have the new switch here. I do have it in the off position. You want to make sure you have it in the off position. You do have the two screws to mount it. You got the two screws here to switch it on and off. You also got the new holes in the back. Now, unlike the old one where you had to insert the hole and it locks into place and use a screwdriver to unlock it, all you have to do now with these new ones is just insert the straight wire. It needs to be about 1/8 of an inch to insert them in through there all the way. You don't want them too long. Now this is going to be the bottom side. This is the main side. This is where the main power goes through. This here is where it's going to be switched on. This goes to the light. Over here you have the physical ground, which is this wire here. Make sure you keep your wires separate so you know which one went where. Now what I'm going to do here is go ahead and insert the wires. These are going to be the main wires, as you see here. I'm just going to slide them into the holes. Now, all I have to do is take the screwdriver and tighten down the screw. Now, you don't want it too tight. You just want it hand tight, and there you go. Now you don't want none of the exposed copper from the wire to be sticking out. Now this one here's done. That's the main. Now I can do the ground, which is on the back side here. Make sure it's unloose or it's loosened up. And then tighten screw it. Now these newer ones, you don't have to curve them around the screw anymore. They just have a slot that they go in, and then you tighten the screw down. Like so. Now, the last one I need to do is the light. Now as you can see, that's a little above, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it. Trim it down the hole. Once you've inserted it, now you can tighten the screws. And you just want them hand tight. And there you go. Now I can enter Now you're ready to go ahead and put your switch back into the wall. Line your holes up. Now I'm using a Phillips this time. You can use a flat or a Phillips depending on the switch. Now once you have your switch screwed back into the your junction box here and get all your screws tied down, all you have to do now is test it, make sure it's going to work, and then put your faceplate back on. So let's check and make sure it's going to work. Now I've got the power fully restored, and let me get my tester. And as you can see, power is now restored, and I still have power back to the switch. Now as you can see, the switch is off. Switch it on. Now my switch is working. And my light over the kitchen is now working. As you can see now, there's no sound. Here you do. So you can switch it on, and your light's working now. And that's all there is to it. It's fairly simple, and all we got to do now is put your faceplate cover back on. Now that your faceplate back is on, you can flip the light on and off. Everything's working good now. Well, I'm your host, Mr. Fix-It. Thank you for watching.